He was walking home from school and collapsed mid-step. 6 days later, he woke up in a hospital, confused, starving, and unable to remember a thing. But he wasn't alone. One by one, people in his village started falling asleep for days. No warning, no explanation, just sleep, deep, endless, terrifying sleep, and no one knew why. It all started in 2013. At first, only a handful of people complained of extreme fatigue, but then reports started flooding in. Children collapsing in school, farmers falling asleep in the fields, even drivers passing out at the wheel. The victims were unconscious for days, and when they woke up, they often had memory loss, hallucinations, and severe headaches. The medical term quickly coined for it was encephalopathy of unknown origin, but no doctor could explain it. Soon, patterns emerged. Most of the victims lived in a very specific radius. The cases occurred more frequently during winter, and oddly enough, animals were unaffected. While people in Kalachi were terrified of closing their eyes, their pets and livestock continued life as usual. It wasn't contagious, but it was spreading. Hundreds of people fell victim over time, some more than once. A few residents claimed they had fallen asleep up to 6 times in a single year. The Kazakh government launched an investigation. Over 20 separate scientific expeditions visited the village. They tested the air, the soil, the water. They checked for viruses, bacteria, and radiation, but nothing concrete came up. The most shocking part? Kalachi is located near an abandoned uranium mine, the Krasnogorsk mine, which was active during the Soviet era. Could toxic radiation be seeping out, or was something else at play? With no scientific explanation, theories went wild. Some believed it was radiation poisoning from the mine. Others were convinced it was a biological experiment gone wrong, perhaps a leftover Soviet mind control experiment. There were whispers about chemical testing, military involvement, even alien interference. After all, how else could a localized phenomenon affect only a specific village while leaving everything around it untouched? Eventually, in 2015, the government declared that high levels of carbon monoxide and hydrocarbon gases in the village were the likely culprits. The gases were supposedly leaking from the old uranium mine, accumulating underground, and causing hypoxia, lack of oxygen, in the brains of villagers. But even this explanation didn't convince everyone. Why were the gases only affecting people randomly? Why did animals show no symptoms at all? By 2016, the government began relocating villagers to nearby towns. Kalachi was nearly emptied out, but many questions remained unanswered. Some residents refused to leave. They claimed the phenomenon had stopped just as mysteriously as it started, but the trauma lingered. Nightmares, paranoia, and deep psychological scars became a permanent part of the village's legacy. To this day, some villagers say they still fear falling asleep because they might never wake up. What if it wasn't gas? What if something else was happening beneath Kalachi? Something that we still don't understand. Why did the symptoms include hallucinations and memory loss? And why has there been such secrecy surrounding the abandoned mine? The fact that it was once a highly classified Soviet location adds even more fuel to the fire. Kalachi may be just one small village in Kazakhstan, but the implications of its mystery are global. What if similar phenomena could occur elsewhere? Could toxic gases or undiscovered pathogens be silently affecting other populations? Could this be a warning for future outbreaks? Or is Kalachi an anomaly that will never be repeated again? The Kalachi sleeping sickness remains one of the most chilling and unsolved medical mysteries of the 21st century. A village that lived in fear of sleep, where dreams turned into nightmares, and where waking up was never guaranteed. As science races to catch up with nature's strangest occurrences, Kalachi stands as a haunting reminder. We still know so little about the human brain, and even less about what lurks beneath our feet.